What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I'm going to talk to you about Healthier Choices Management. I want to go over the two S1 documents that was recently submitted under Healthier Choices Wellness Center. So I want to go over the spin-off, what they're talking about, and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that said, let's get right to it. So starting off, both these S1s were submitted on May the 24th. There is a third and a fourth amendment. And so initially, upon reading these, I was very concerned about who they're really trying to target, because any logical investor upon reading these is going to run as fast as they can, because before obviously the spinoff has even launched, management is already diluting significantly, and over and above that is truly forecasting a 90% drop in the stock price before the spinoff is even launched. So as crazy as that sounds, it looks like they're just trying to propel the scam to continue onto now HCWC. And I've already done a video all about HCMC's management and how they just liquidated absolutely every aspect of the company for their own benefit. And you can kind of see based on all these transactions, all these sells. So as you see Christopher Santee, Jeffrey Holman, so the CEO. You also see John Ouellette, if I'm saying that right, but constantly selling all the time, ever since the very beginning, when they were awarded shares. So they've never actually put a single dime into their own company that they do believe in, especially based on all their words from their letters to shareholders and everything like that. So it does look like they already want to continue this. And so I'm going to get right into it, starting off with the third actual amendment right here. So in this document, it kind of lays out the new dilution that's kicking off. So 2 million of Class A, 7.3 million of Class B. So there is going to be those two classes. I believe it's an 80-20 split upon the actual record date, which in this document, it actually doesn't mention when the record date is, nor when the spinoff is going to occur. It says 2024, but no date, nothing like that. So I do anticipate probably to find out within the next month and a half, because based on reading these documents, you can tell that they are close, but not there yet. So we'll find out probably in, like I said, a month and a half, and the actual spinoff itself will probably occur in Q4 of 2024. But again, getting right to it though, so 2 million of Class A and then 7.3 million of Class B. That is considerably higher than what we previously did know. This document right here, it's just more of a formality, just bringing this up right here. In my opinion, nothing of substance is really laid out here. Rather, it is the amendment number 4 that you do need to pay attention to. So definitely I go through it with a fine-tooth comb if you want. In here, it goes over a lot of the Q&As and a lot of the risks, but I think they're pretty all standard stuff that they've duplicated in previous S1. So again, nothing really new. But in this actual document right here, so this S1, so the amendment number 4, this is where things get interesting. So just scrolling down, this is where you see the initial price. So they are anticipating the spinoff at least, or the IPO, to be $10. They've already brought that up. I think that was in August of 2022 when they initially announced a 4-point plan. They said that they want it to be around $10. So that's, again, something to kind of just be aware of. It goes over the initial price per share, how much they actually intend on having for the dollar value as a byproduct of that. So if you do the basic math, this is how you get significant amount of dilution already after the IPO. And so in this document, it kind of lays that out. So this is something, red flag number 1 right here. A couple of finite things as well. They do anticipate it to be between that $9 to $11, and that's part of the IPO, which in my opinion, I think they're still thinking that they're going to be playing in the small leagues like OTC. If they're going to the New York Stock Exchange, big wolves are out there, will be reading these documents and knowing exactly what this company is made of. So this company will not get to $11 by any means. If anything, they are going to get shorted to kingdom come. So I think they're going to be in for a very rude awakening. But still, moving on, going over this document. So this is where they do have up right here where they lay it out. Common stock to be outstanding immediately after the offering, 8.4 million. So if you kind of rule it all out, that is already more than the Third Amendment right here that they lay out at the very top right here. So more dilution. So great stuff, right? But again, if it's IPOing and they already know that there's going to be dilution coming, who in the right mind is going to buy the IPO at $11? Nobody in their right mind. And even beside the point, if you go within that same document, it does lay out their compensation. So compensation, once again, restricted stock awards, 5 million, 2.5 million, and 1.8 million. And so even moving on to the general salary, this is not justified by any means. All these individuals, like I've said, especially Jeffrey Holman, are massive scammers that have jumped around from previous companies and do the exact same thing. They get awarded shares and ultimately they live off of that. Pump and dump schemes, as what Philip Morris has called HCMC in the past. So nothing about this spinoff seems legal in my opinion, but still, again, whatever, it is what it is. There's a couple other things I do want to bring up in this document. So dilution, let's take a look at that, right? So as you can kind of see, this is what the initial IPO is anticipated to be at, so $10. And this is pro forma net tangible book value per share after spinoff as of March 31st, 2024, $2.30. Dilution per share to new investors, $7.63. So they already are forecasting like an 80 to 90% drop in the stock price. You understand that, right? How on earth would anyone in their right mind invest any $1 or even 1 cent into this crappy company if they're already are forecasting significant dilution and for it to drop dramatically in the stock price? So if you think about it, this is already like failed. It's before even getting spun off, which most likely will happen, because the only reason why it will happen, investors are going to pretty much pay for these individuals, these scammers, in my opinion, their compensation. That is it. That's the only reason why it is going to get spun off. And then over and above that, in this document, it also lays out reverse stock splits. So as crazy as that sounds, this company has not even made it to the New York Stock Exchange, but they already are planning for excessive dilution. They already are planning for a significant drop in the share price. And to accommodate that, they already are talking about a reverse stock split. So I cannot fathom and cannot express to you how crazy this is. And so I've been covering HCMC for a very long time, through the highs, lows. I feel like over this last little bit, it has been a lot more lows than anything, but needless to say, like I said, I think they did initially maybe have good intention when it comes down to this whole spinoff. But as I have stated, just HCMC by themselves are going to be like strapped for, they don't have sufficient amount of capital to survive when this spinoff is going to take place. So even HCMC is going to need more capital, as well as even them do a reverse stock split. So it seems as though the only thing these individuals are good for is doing reverse stock splits. And because if you look at HCMC, let's take a look. So splits. These are all the splits that have occurred since 2010. So this one, it seems, looks like December 27th, 2013, there was a 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 1 for 70, 1 for 20,000. And as I have even stated in previous videos, I think I actually got some comments saying that there's no way in hell HCMC is going to do this, or blah, blah, blah. They're probably going to need another, probably 1 for maybe 20 to 50,000 of a reverse stock split, and that is just to get them from now up until spin-off, on which I don't really understand how HCMC is going to be even a thing at this stage in the game, but whatever. That's why a lot of their management has ditched all their shares, because they don't give two shits about HCMC. They can care less what does happen, as well as what potentially happens or will happen attributed to the lawsuit. They don't care. I know a lot of people got into HCMC because of the lawsuit, myself being one of them, but yeah, they don't care at all. So definitely, in my opinion, you guys do your own due diligence. So if you guys want this whole spin-off and you think it's good, profitable, and everything else, then yeah, have at it. But in my opinion, I think these documents are riddled with just so much risk that it's absolutely insane for anyone to realistically look at this company as a good investment. But what do I know, right? I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence at the end of the day. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. For those of you that did read these documents, was there anything of substance that you liked, or was it more negative? What's your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.